And so I just feel like I have slowly but surely slid into a pattern of pessimism and kind of like despair of like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't want the normal set life that like seems to be in front of me, but I don't know how to create what I do want, and I'm not even sure exactly what that is. So I guess I would just start off by like recapturing that optimism and like excitement of like anything is possible. Good morning, everybody. I'm Carissa, and I'm doing a vlog today, and I'm walking around so it looks a little more interesting. But basically today I have been wanting to do a vlog for years and just really haven't. And so we're gonna do one today. I was thinking, you know, it feels like autumn. The weather's cooling down, the leaves are changing, and I was thinking I kind of wanted to set up my vanity space, which is right here. So pretty. It's been a long time since I set up my vanity space to look kind of to match the seasons. A couple of years ago I got into kind of celebrating the Sabbats. So there's one coming up called Mabon, and I wouldn't say I'm like religious about the Sabbats, but I just find that energetically I can feel kind of that shift in like the energy of the year or whatever. So I enjoy having my outer realm reflect what feels like energetically aligned internally, if that made sense. So I was thinking maybe I'd go thrift store shopping for some like autumny type decorations, and then decorate my vanity altar space kind of thing, just to kind of represent Mabon. I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch this, but I feel like making it. So, and that's something that I learned from someone on Instagram, is that like, if you feel like creating something, just create it, and it doesn't really matter if anyone's gonna watch it. Like, it's the act of you expressing your heart is what matters most of all, you know. And if anyone else sees it and they appreciate it, then great. But otherwise, you know, that's not really the point. The point is your soul expressing itself, and that's a need that we all have. And yeah, so I'm gonna stop rambling, and I probably need to clean dishes at some point. Adulting, and I'm gonna get some coffee because coffee's yummy. This mug I picked up from the Goodwill thrift store like 3 or 4 years ago, and it probably is my absolute favorite mug. I just really like it. So I'm gonna make some, there we are, camera, hi. I'm gonna make some oatmeal, because I usually eat like the same thing for every meal until I get tired of it. So I am gonna have oatmeal with protein powder, and that's usually my breakfast. So I'll show you guys how I make that. Another reason why I like to eat pretty much the same thing every day, well, one, I just don't like the hassle with having to figure out what to eat, and taste isn't, like, my husband is really, really big into taste, so for him, he needs the variety, and like, he likes to cook and all that stuff, and me, I want simplicity. Like, I don't want to have to bother with it. Like it takes a lot for me to get enough energy to do stuff during the day, so the less energy I can use towards something, the more efficient, then the more likely it is I am to do with it. And since I need to eat, the more likely way for me to take care of myself is to just keep doing the same things over and over again, so I don't have to think about it, and it doesn't like feel like it takes a lot of energy. know why, but I just have not been feeling very hungry for breakfast, and so it's been hard for me to finish eating my breakfast, my oatmeal. And usually, like in the past, I probably like beat myself up for not like completing taking care of myself. But I'm just gonna keep moving with the flow of just what I feel like, and so I will probably come back to the oatmeal, but I'm gonna keep moving forward with my day, and I'm going to brush my teeth and do my Invisalign scan and do some makeup, and then I'll probably go to the thrift store. Yeah, and I've got a bunch of stuff to donate, and then I will pick up some stuff for my vanity. So pretty. And yeah, okay. So I've got my makeup done and my teeth. I did my scan. Thank goodness. For any of you who have done like Invisalign, it's so, I don't know, I feel like when I get behind, obviously it's not hurting anyone but me, but I always feel like, oh, they're judging me so hardcore at the dental office, you know, for like having skipped so many weeks and stuff, because this is like, it's 3 going on 4, no, it is 4 weeks, because even though the scan said it was only 3 weeks late, 4 weeks ago, my husband accidentally threw away one of my trays, so I had to skip forward, and because of that, I asked them for an extra week. So when they did that, they adjusted the scanner thing, so so it looked like it was on time again. So really, it's been 4 weeks since I actually changed my trays, so, and that's a whole month. That's like getting behind by a whole month. I'm gonna try to get back on track and be good about it, so. Good news, I just got a notification from my dentist. I can move on to the next tray, yay! I almost forgot I have to say goodbye to the kitty. Bye, kitty. So annoyed that I'm interrupting her nap. You know what I just decided? It is like almost exactly my husband's lunchtime at work, so I'm gonna drop in and see him real quick. Alright, so no such luck, he was not on lunch. Well, I mean, he was supposed to be taking lunch, but he's going to a late lunch, and I had a feeling. Alright, let's go on to the thrift store. So I cleared out the car. I tried to get footage of it, but my camera tripod fell over and I didn't want to make the guy wait for me to like set up my camera. So, but it feels great energetically to get all that stuff out of there. It's been sitting in my car for like 6 months because like I just don't feel like taking it sometimes. But it was out of my house and it was just in the car. So, but it feels so much more like spacious in here. I can fill my house with more crap. No, just kidding. I really try, like if I go to a thrift store, I try to make sure to empty my house out of stuff I'm not using, so I'm not like constantly filling it with more stuff, but rather like hopefully cycling through less and less each time. But what's really funny is a lot of the stuff that I get rid of is usually stuff I bought from the thrift store originally, so they have a pretty good business going on. You know, people donate stuff for free, they sell it, then they donate it back and they get to sell it again. I mean, that's pretty good. I also wanted to mention that I go to places like Snowline Hospice thrift store, because the profits go towards helping hospice, which I think is really important, and it's better than donating to Goodwill, because Goodwill is just a guy who sells your stuff that you give to him for free and makes a profit off of it, which is an excellent business idea. However, I like, you know, rather than making one person really wealthy, like I like affecting other people's lives in a positive way by donating stuff that they can sell to then provide hospice care for people at the end of their lives. So we're gonna go into the thrift store now and see if we can find some autumn-y type things for my vanity, altar space, whatever, for Mabon to celebrate, and really just, I want just like actually I don't know what I want, so let's talk through it. It's always good to have an intention before I go into a thrift store. So I would like for my vanity space to feel like warm and cozy and just happy, like full, I think, full of warm, comforting energy. However that's going to manifest. I was thinking of like an autumn leaf garland kind of thing around the top of my vanity, and maybe like I'll add in some lights, which I already have at home. And just like a couple little autumny knickknacks or something. I don't want to collect more clutter, but like things that remind me, that make me feel happy when I see them, for on top of the vanity. So I should probably set a monetary budget too. Let's say, let's try to keep it under $40. I think that's generous for stuff I don't really need, but rather I'm just like decorating with. Anyways, all right, let's go. I just finished in there, but I didn't really see anything that I liked. Like, I don't want to just buy stuff for the sake of buying stuff. Like, I want to actually like it. And there was like a lot of autumn stuff in there, but nothing that I wanted to take home with me. And I think that's okay. I think I would have felt pressure to like buy something because that's what I set out to do in the past. But now I'm just gonna like, you know, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. That's okay, you know? Maybe like, you know, like the point isn't to like finish necessarily what I started, but rather to, like, the point was to create kind of a cozy, warm, fun feeling at my vanity space. But I just, like, none of that stuff made me, there were a couple things that caught my eye, but nothing really was like, oh, I gotta have that, like, that makes me feel good. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Maybe I won't do my vanity thing today. It's hard to tell because usually I have inspiration and I feel I don't really act unless I feel like it, like not like motivated, but like oh, inspiration, and then I want to fulfill and create that inspiration, and that's how I usually act. But right now I just have this like muted sense of intuition. Like I have no sense of intuition right now, and it's a really, really strange feeling to not intuitively know what I want. Like at all times I usually know what I'm feeling, and I remember feeling this way at some point last year too. So I think it's just a phase that I'm going through. Last year it really scared me because I didn't know what to do, and this year I feel like I'm taking care of myself, and I'm healthy, like after recovering from being sick. But like even still, like even through all that, like I was taking care of myself, and I was really, you know, I was being healthy, like eating well, sleeping well, all that stuff. So I'm doing that this time, and so I'm not really like afraid of it. I'm just kind of like, it's hard to know how I want to act right now and what I want to do and what I feel like, because I don't feel anything. This must be what psychopaths feel. No, just kidding. But I don't know, it's really weird. It's like a muted, deadened, silenced, numbed. It's not even numb, because numb usually connotates like negative feelings with the numbness. It's like, I don't know. I just don't feel any kind of way. I feel like fine enough, like happy enough, positive enough. I just don't feel like doing anything. There's no creative spark. So, maybe my altar vanity space will have to wait for another day when I actually feel creative. In that case, so we took the donations. I need to do dishes. That doesn't sound like fun. Yeah, I don't know. I have energy, so I will probably go do dishes, but I would rather do something fun. Okay, so now my husband is on lunch, and I have picked up yummy fruit smoothie juices for us, and I am taking it to him, and he's gonna be so happy. my husband was very happy with his smoothie, and it was kind of fun being able to see him. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. It was fun to be able to see him on his lunch. And I decided, I feel now like going to Michael's, I think it is. Michael's, Beverly's, one of those kind of craft stores, to see if they've got one of those garlands of autumn leaves. Not a flattering angle, sorry. To put around my vanity. And then I have stuff at home that I can decorate it with, and it may not be like super autumny, but it'll be good enough. Just kidding, it's Joann's, not Michael's, but whatever. Joann's, Michael's, Beverly's, they're all like the same, it's like the same store. So Joann's had some good stuff. They got these garlands, and they were buy one, get two free. So I picked out the most expensive garlands there were, because I only paid 30 bucks for one garland and got the other two free. So they weren't as fall and autumny as I was hoping. I was hoping for like more orange and stuff, but I think it should still be pretty. It's got little pumpkins on it, so okay, let's go home. We're home, Kitty. Kitty is happy to see us. Yes, she's a babe. Such a babe. She's been sleeping all day. Okay, so that wasn't particularly tiring. Didn't do a lot. Didn't do anything meaningful. But now I feel tired. But I usually get tired about this time of day. This is like 3 to 4. And I think there's something to do with like hormones kind of crash around this time. And something that I learned in human design that has been extremely helpful to me is that sometimes so my human design type is projector, and sometimes just getting, this is gonna sound weird, horizontal, getting flat, laying down for like 20 to 30 minutes is like the best reset. Like I don't even have to like go to sleep. There's just something about getting horizontal that just kind of resets, I don't know, my energy. So I'm gonna do that, get horizontal, probably just like lay down on the floor so I don't get sleepy and go to sleep like in the bed. Look at my cat, she's so funny. I don't know what she's staring at. But I'm just gonna probably lay down on the ground with my iPad, watch like an episode of Arrested Development, and then get up and probably decorate my vanity with the new garlands that I got, and I don't know, probably do dishes.
I've been thinking about myself today, thinking how I changed, how I really don't care if you are here or if you don't stay.
Hi.
Now
How are you?
I'm feeling those winter blues, but I don't want to cry. 'Cause all we ever do is laugh it off, and I'm sick and I don't know why. Remember that night we met? I thought you looked so fine. Guess we have to agree to disagree for this one last time. Pretty weird that day when we did not exchange.
I was just looking at the footage of me playing World War Z, and it feels so much cooler when you're playing it, but when I'm just like filming myself just playing it, I'm like literally sitting in a chair for 20 minutes doing nothing. So I'm finally gonna go do those dishes, and then after dishes I will probably decorate my vanity. And while I do dishes, I'm probably gonna listen to a tarot reading because I've been out of it energetically for like 2 or 3 weeks now, and I'm like, what's going on? I want to know what's going on. And I just feel like the tarot readings I've been having just aren't very informative, which just probably means it's not the right timing to understand the big picture of what's going on with me energetically. And that is annoying because I want to know, I want the relief that comes from knowing why I feel the way I feel. And just it feels like the stars aren't aligned. You know, like it just feels like I'm like in this waiting period, this holding pattern, which is kind of annoying. Universe, I'd like to know why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, and I'd like my inspiration and creativity back, please. So, okay, well, let's go do dishes.
You put down the phone, you've nowhere to go. You're back on the road, yeah, it's so dotted line, the red stop sign, no room to go slow. You do it today, you do it again in a week.
Time to do the vanity. I have finished adulting, which meant doing dishes and doing laundry, and I think I did something else. Oh yeah, I brought the water bottles in. Those things are freaking heavy. So it's time to have some fun, and this is the fun. I haven't switched up the stuff on my vanity for probably about a month and a half. It's like 45 days or so. And that's okay, because I usually pull tarot card readings that are like meant to be several weeks long. Sorry, just saw my cat outside. Because it's like the growth journey and over time. So, but I think it feels stale now, like not relevant anymore. Oh, my cat's so cute. Oh, goodness. Okay, let me introduce you. Hello, this is Jolie. She is perfect, absolutely perfect. She's a perfect luxury kitty. Her favorite things are snuggles. After that, treats. And after that, sleeping. Yeah. Introductions have been made and hairballs have been released. I love this vanity. It's actually really cool. I haven't even really shown you what it looks like, but it's beautiful. We think it's from about the 1920s, 1930s, just because of the inscription on the inside, and the people that we got it from were much older in life, and they had a very nice collection of antiques, and they had the entire bedroom set, and they'd already sold off some of the pieces by the time we saw this on Craigslist and picked it up. But it's really beautiful, and I have created it to be kind of like my altar space, I suppose, but I wouldn't say like I'm strictly anything. I'm spiritual, but grounding more into the physical. I guess I do things that are kind of like witchcraft in nature, but I don't do them because I'm trying to do witchcraft or I'm trying to be a witch. It's just that the stuff that I do, the stuff that I resonate with, are also those things. So, you know, like I like to light candles, I like to pull tarot cards, but really like what I'm trying to do is like interact with the energy of different elements and use tarot to as like a mirror to see what energies like I am experiencing in my life at the moment, and get clarity and get any messages or clarity from any guides out there, any benevolent guides who want to help me out on my human journey. So my vanity is kind of the space where I do that, where I pull tarot cards and I just kind of set up the space nicely. So what I'm going to do first is just kind of like clean it because it's quite dusty. So I'm going to clean off all the stuff that was from the previous time I used the vanity space. I'm going to dust it. I'm going to put the garlands up and then just see if I have anything like in the vanity, like that's decor related that I want to put on the vanity. I'm gonna look through my notes app on my phone for just some notes that I've taken from tarot readings that I've listened to on YouTube on my walks in the last week or so, because those are the things that are presently in my energy field or whatever that I'm like working with, like whether that's shadow work or trying to cultivate more of a positive focus on stuff. You know, like I don't think those two things are mutually exclusive. I think they go hand in hand, and I think I have done the bulk of my shadow work, and so I am trying to focus more on more positively, because I don't think that my positive focus is in order to avoid what needs to be looked at in the shadow. I think it's just kind of time to like start being happier in life and stop looking at what's wrong with me all the time. Yeah, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and you guys get to watch. Alrighty, so I did it! I finally, after everything that I went through today, and like this was like the main project I wanted to do, and I kind of wasn't even sure if I would do it after all, but I did, and I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. I've got the garland, which I think is just quite lovely and really sets the season, which is autumn and Mabon, and on the altar it's pretty simple. It's nothing special. I didn't do any sigils, didn't pull any tarot cards. I just kind of picked out like what I had laying around that I felt was representative of me and the energy that I'm feeling right now, which is way more meaningful than any random thing I could have picked up at the thrift store. So I'm really glad that I didn't just get like random little things that are like Halloween and autumn-y and stuff, because it wouldn't have been as meaningful, I think. And this forced me to be more creative with things that I already had around the house. And then I didn't spend any money on it either. Well, I spent money on the garland, but you know, that's okay. But so like on the space, I pretty much just, you know, I have the yellow candle. I just felt like burning a yellow candle. I got rosemary from the plant that I have outside, and I put it in a little candle holder, and the little, it's called a posy ring, and I found it at a thrift store for like $3-4, and it's got little holes in the top so you can put kinds of like flowers and stuff. And this is the first time I've put rosemary, like an herb, in there, but I just thought it was very nice and very like naturey. And I have a long time ago I made a vision board with like all these pictures of me when I was at my happiest, because I wanted to see the pattern of what makes me happy. Turns out community, connection, friends, sharing my life with people makes me very happy. But I had a bunch of leftover pictures that I hadn't used, and I was going to put them up on my wall, and so I just picked up that pile, and in there was a picture of young me, young Carissa. I think I was about 20, I want to say like 23, 24. So it's about 10 years ago when I took that picture. And to me, that picture just represents a lot of optimism, because it was like right before I was going to be the manager of a store and embark on my career and career success. And I just had all of this like youthful optimism. And I feel like that's really kind of what I'm trying to get back in touch with and reconnect with right now, is because I just came off of like the last 4 years doing a ton of shadow work. Before that, got really disgruntled, I guess, disenchanted with the whole corporate America and job and career and the way my life was going. And so I just feel like I have slowly but surely slid into a pattern of pessimism and kind of like despair of like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't want the normal set life that like seems to be in front of me, but I don't know how to create what I do want, and I'm not even sure exactly what that is. So I guess I would just start off by like recapturing that optimism and like excitement of like anything is possible. And quite honestly, I manifested the best success I ever had in my life of, you know, after feeling that way. So and I didn't know exactly how that was going to turn out either. So let's repeat what worked in the past and try it again. So that's really like, that's just, you know, the reason why I had the picture of me. It's like, it reminds me that like I was once a very happy and optimistic person, and I can be that way again. And then I just put some things in there that made me happy. There's like extra rosemary in there, and this crystal. I don't really know why I chose that one. I think it's like a clear quartz, like fiery clear quartz, something like that. And then these bracelets in here. Basically, I had this customer who I had just met, and she was really sweet, and a bunch of synchronicities happened with us, like in that moment of time that we met. And she was just so sweet. She was like, I'm gonna make you some bracelets. And the next day she showed up with bracelets that she had made me that night. And I just thought that was unexpected, random act of kindness, which really touches my heart. Like, I don't know, I just don't expect people to be really sweet towards me. So when they are, it feels like love. So, you know, not like romantic love or anything. It just feels like that is like, I am receiving love in that moment. So, along with that optimism, I wanted to capture the energy of abundance. And so that's why I put it in my little offering hands. And then that card back there, that's actually a birthday card from my sister from a couple years ago, and she wrote some really sweet, really, really nice things in there. And yeah, I just wanted that. And then also over here is the figurine of me and my husband, and I made that for him back in 2010. But I love it so much, so it usually resides in my room. But yeah, I just made it out of clay, and painted it the colors that we were mostly wearing at that time in our lives. And we were just boyfriend, girlfriend back then in 2010. But yeah, it just reminds me of what I'm grateful for. And I think that lends itself to optimism as well, like being reminded of what we're grateful for, and he's top of the list always. So and then I just remember I said earlier I'd wanted this altar vanity space to be cozy and comfortable and warm, and I think I really captured that. And that lamp, this is just a really cool lamp that was like $5 at Goodwill prior to COVID. So prior to COVID, Goodwill was an absolute mess, a wreck of a store, and you could find all kinds of antique, beautiful goodies for really cheap. And they have since redone a lot with it, so you can't find wonderful treasures at most of the Goodwills and thrift stores around here anymore. But that was a solid find for $5.49. If I do say so myself. So, and it just lent itself to being really cozy. Now, we have it filled with oil, but it makes it smell really funny, like musty. I think it's just dust burning off and the smell of oil, and I didn't really want that in my room, so I just put a little tea light candle right on top, and it looks just like the real thing. So, yeah, I think I succeeded pretty well in making that a nice, cozy altar space, vanity space that really honors the energy that I'm trying to embody right now, which is stability, grounding my root chakra, feeling more optimistic, feeling grateful, feeling the abundance of love flowing into my life. And I think I did a good job. So, yeah, that's that. And I think I did pretty much everything that was on my to-do list for today. I'm gonna make some salmon and rice for dinner for myself and my husband, and probably just chill the rest of the night. So thank you guys for following along on my journey today. It was fun. I'm glad I did it. It didn't, I'm still not in that creative headspace yet, but I think this was a really good jumping off point, like helping me get back into the swing of things of creating videos. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!